Back. I made it. Hopefully this tripod that I get helps out in the future. I ate PB&J and I'm feeling a little bit better, a little bit revived. My sugars, I think, were going low. Another thing that makes me really tired and feeling odd is the fibromyalgia that I deal with. But I'm glad you came back. I'm glad you're here. I'm gonna continue on with what I was doing. The chicken's still cooking. It's on medium. I'm gonna cook it for like an hour, no, 45 minutes. So it's been going for about 20 minutes now. So I got about 25 minutes left on it. I'll turn it off. Yeah, in about 20 minutes. All right, and now I was showing you on the last live what I was prepping, and I'll just kind of go over everything again. I'm doing chicken tamales. So I soaked the husk, I got the chicken boiling, and now I'm rehydrating the chili pods so that the chili pods, I can blend them down and use that for the red sauce. So they're here. Just put it right on top of here, which is good because the heat is gonna kind of help them rehydrate too. So I'm gonna add an onion and about half a head of garlic to this so that it also kind of hydrates, so when I blend it down it just blends easily. I do not own the rights to this music. This is copyright free music, by the way, YouTube. YouTube is the best though. I love YouTube. We were just talking about that, like all these other platforms, they can come and go, or they'll have their good and bad, but I feel like YouTube is an intentional platform that you go to specifically invest your time into. And you learn so much. I mean, I do learn a lot of stuff from TikTok too, don't get me wrong, but all right, I'm just gonna cut up this onion and get it in here. And I'm gonna reposition you so you can actually see better. Gotta get my gloves on too. Get you set up here. I didn't do a good job prepping for the setup on this. Oh, here we go. That's where I usually put you. But I was keeping you on charge because I didn't want you to go dead on me. Hello, welcome. Getting you situated. All right, I think you can see me better now, right? All this stuff. Just organizing everything right now. Ooh, what is that? Something spilled over there. Doesn't look very good either. I'm gonna clean it up. Clean it up. Welcome, welcome. So I already have my husk soaking. I could put these ones away for now. This is like my tamale cabinet. Napkins. I'm just cutting up an onion, but I wanted to get you a better angle. I have my lard here. Got plenty of lard. for the masa I'm gonna make later. Thanks for stopping in. I'm glad you're here. If you're watching the replay, let me know you're stopping by. And I have a very exciting thing to announce. I'm going to be doing Tamale live, one-on-one session, not one-on-one sessions, but class sessions where you can interact with me live and actually make tamales with me if you choose to. I'm gonna let you know the things you need to buy, and you can prepare to take a class with me. I'll hold them, I'll probably do them a couple times a week until I decide not to do them anymore. So catch it while you can. Yeah, it's gonna be through YouTube live. You'll get a link. Right now I'm not gonna charge for it until I can work out the kinks. Once I get it all the way I want it, I will charge for the classes. It's gonna be a tamale party. Woo! We're gonna have the music. Because I can't have the music on my regular lives, but if I'm doing a paid live, I can play the music. Because I won't have to worry about monetizing my video, you know? Hey, thanks for the likes. Thanks. Welcome in. If you're here, leave me a comment letting me know you're here and you're with me. So we're gonna rehydrate these red chili pods. I had, if you watched my last live, I soaked New Mexico chili pods in hatch chili so that they can rehydrate. And I have a little bit of a cough left. So that they can rehydrate. And I'm gonna do the garlic right now. But I'm adding onion and garlic and salt. I'm just gonna do half of the garlic. So there's that. And the other half I'll use later for something else. And then just to get all these out of the cloves, we move stuff around, so I gotta remember where everything's at. Just cut off the ends like that. Put it in a container. Oh, I'll show you. It came off. All the skin came off. So then you can just grab your peeled cloves out of there like that. And then I'm just going to toss them in here. Please like the live, share the live, comment, and let's YouTube know that I'm relevant. I hope I'm relevant. Squishima. Alright, next. Chicken's cooking, got about 15 minutes left on that. This is rehydrating. I'm gonna put some salt now. I'm not really trying to tell you. I'm trying to remember what I'm doing. And I'm telling you, I guess, at the same time. 2-for-1 deal. Alright. Cumin. Where's my cumin? Oh no. ¿Dónde estás? ¿Dónde estás? I thought I had cumin. I know I have cumin. Is it over here? Oh, here it is. Comino. Put that in there. I'm serious, like, the flavor's really gonna come from your red chili sauce. And of course your chicken's gonna have the flavor. I put bay leaves and salt in there, onions, garlic, so make sure you flavor as you go. I'm gonna go ahead and add the onion and garlic to the chicken. I didn't put it earlier, but I was like, you know what, I want this depth of flavor. So my regular job as a house cleaner, business is really slow right now, so I'm making these tamales. I'm gonna go see if anybody wants to buy any at the Lowe's over here or the Home Depot. I usually set up and have my sign there, 2 for $5 chicken tamales. Most people are selling them for like $3 a pop right now, but so I'm also doing more garlic, but as you can see, I'm not even putting it in the container and shaking it. I'm just kind of peeling it off real quick. What I did is, since I used the rest of it, I cut the end of the whole thing, and then I just cracked them open and popped them off. So that's another way you could do it. But when you pop them off like that, you gotta, I smash them so that the skin comes off easier. Otherwise, it could take a while to get the skin off. So there's that. They're smashed. Hot. Okay, that went into the chicken. This back on top. The heat is kind of making the water warm to help rehydrate the peppers. You guys can see everything okay? You guys like my little Christmas tree in the background? I don't know if you noticed that. Probably not. So I do hop from place to place sometimes, you guys. I have ADHD, and like I just saw the water and I was like, oh yeah, I just remembered I gotta fill up the water. I got this huge avocado today from Gardenas. Can't wait to show my son now. He loves avocado. I'll go half on it. I'll go half on the avocado. Sorry I have to play this boring music on YouTube. They don't let me play all my fun music. Sucks. But it's alright. They got a little beat to it. A little beat. Alright, what do I do next? My husks are soaking. I can make the masa now. Let's get this masa worked. The flavor is also in the masa. And I'm going to show you how to get it like that. Remember, tamales are not complicated unless you make them complicated. Okay? Remember that. The only thing that's complicated to me is I can never find anything I need. Because I move it around all the time. Alright, I don't have a really good mixing bowl, honestly. No, I thought I did. I thought I had just bought a good mixing bowl. Hold on, guys. Woo, found it. Okay. Here it is. My boys came over yesterday. Happy. When they're all three here, I literally can feel my heart just radiating. All right. All right, so I keep saying all right, forgive me. There's on this bag, you want to get the brown bag. On the bag it says preparing the masa right here. So you're gonna get a dozen per this recipe. You're gonna get enough masa to make a dozen per this recipe. Probably a little over a dozen. At least the way I make them and the amount of masa I put on there, that's how much I get out of it. So I'm gonna make enough masa to at least do 3 dozen. I don't like to make more masa than 3 to 4 dozen at a time because it can get really clumpy and you want your masa to mix well. So first things first, 4 cups of this bag. 4 cups times 3, right? Because we're doing 3 dozen. So 4 times 3 is 12. We need 12 of these. I mean 12. 2, 4, 6. 6 of these. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. All right, there's 12 cups. Filled it up, which is perfect because that's usually how big most mixing bowls can hold anyway. How much most mixing bowls can hold. All right, the next thing we want to do all the dry ingredients first. So I'm going to do the salt, which I use chicken bouillon and salt. Way up there. Get down. Okay, my friends. So this calls for 1.5 tablespoons of salt. We're gonna do 1 teaspoon. It says teaspoon, not tablespoon. This is how I do it, you guys. So I do about that and some salt. You want to use iodized salt for this part, not sea salt, not Himalayan salt. Trust me, I don't know the science behind it, but it makes a difference. Only thing that really sucks today is like 85 degrees outside and it's 78 degrees here inside. This is gonna make it hotter. But anywho, all right, so this is what I'm talking about. Iodized Morton salt. So I just put like a sprinkle over top. It ends up looking like that with the bouillon and the salt mixture. So that's 1, but remember we are doing 3, so times that by 3. Oh, that was a lot of salt. So I don't need no more salt because I put too much on that one. And 3rd one, okay? And then we're gonna get some baking powder. Leave that out for now. So 1 bag makes about 4 to 5 dozen tamales, maybe 6. Like I said, it depends on how much masa you use. So I do need to buy some more masa because I'm out. Oh wait, before I mix, now we need the baking powder. to buy some more of this too. Time to go grocery shopping. Alright, so we need 3 of these. So I usually do about 1, 2, 3. This is what gives your masa like the sponginess, not so dense texture. Salt's in there, baking powder. Get all that incorporated in there. Next, we're gonna work in the masa. And then I like to use the chicken broth for the instead of water from the chicken. So whatever meat I'm using, I'll use the broth from there. You gotta remember that has salt too, so that should help with the salt. You really won't need much salt after that. And you don't want to oversalt them. It's 2:07. Gotta turn this off now. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the chicken. That should be good and done. It's been boiling for like 45 minutes. Alright, I was thinking about going live on TikTok as well. Let me just see how I can make that work. He found a dog in his car as a delivery driver. Like, how did you get in here? Oh my goodness. Alright, I'm gonna go live on my TikTok as well. This is gonna push me to get these done too, you know what I mean? I just gotta keep going. I can't go lay down. I'm just tired, y'all. Tired. Alright, I have some chicken over here too that I'm gonna I have some chicken in here I'm gonna add. It's some chicken breasts. Alright, so I'm on both. I'm on the TikTok and I'm on YouTube. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you feel me? Can you see me? Everything's gonna be all right. Do both on my thing. Be all over the map. I didn't realize how long it takes to fill up this water. I always spend so much time filling it up. So I am live on YouTube as well, and I'll catch you guys up from where I left off or where I'm at over there. I started my tamales. The chicken's done. I just turned it off. And then, yep, chicken's done. Just turned it off. I'm rehydrating the chili pods right now and making the masa. So come hang out. The YouTube video will be available for replay. Feel free to ask any questions you might have about tamales. I've been making them for over 15 years, maybe 20. Yeah, I'm that old. No, it's been about 15 for sure. I started when I was 5. Just kidding. No, I really started when I was 25. Yeah. I was telling the story. A lot of people compliment my tamales, and I really attested to when I first made them by myself. I hadn't made them by myself. The only time I ever made them was when I was younger with my grandmother, but she had passed away. So when I made them the first time from myself, I was in the kitchen. I was like, I remember saying, "Grandma, please bless me with your spirit of cooking. Help me to cook the way you do," because she cooked so good. And help me with these tamales. And I kind of just like felt this peace come over, and like I just knew what to do. I was just kind of in the flow, you know. So being in the flow and all that was amazing. And no, I mean, it was confirmation that I was like where I needed to be, you know, in that kitchen making tamales. So, simple as it is, it's part of my story, part of my life. A lot of people know me for my tamales. All right, I'm gonna add this chicken to the cooked chicken in this pot. Here's my red chili pods. They're rehydrating right now. And I got enough chicken. I got about 8 pounds of chicken. So this should make at least 3 dozen of chicken tamales. Right now, a lot of people are selling their tamales for like $3 a pop, $4 a pop, but I'm only gonna do $2.50 a pop. Mine are pretty good in size too. You'll see them if you're here for that. But if you want to watch the replay to any of this, you guys, I am streaming on YouTube as well, and that will allow you to see the replay if you want to go back to anything. But fun, exciting announcement! I am doing classes. Tamale taking classes, parties. I'm gonna do like a group thing where we can all be on, either on Zoom where we can all interact, or even if I'm just on live on YouTube and you can interact in the comments. I kind of would like to see everybody. I think that would be nice. I'm gonna work the lard in now. So I need 3 cups of lard. And I don't like dirtying a lot of utensils, so I just eyeball it with my hand. This is about a cup. They look like a snowball. That's about a cup. I'm gonna get 3 of those. I already put all the dry ingredients in my masa. I'm gonna move this right now too. I put all the dry ingredients. So I have my chicken bouillon, salt, baking powder, if you don't know what lard is, it's basically pork fat. You can get beef fat. I think that's the different name though. What name is that? All right, and then I'm just gonna work this in. I'm going to use the chicken broth from the chicken that I just made and put that in there. But first I want to get the masa mixed in here with the dry. Just by working it in. So, tamales do not have to be hard. Everybody makes them so complicated. But let me tell you, this is just the easy way. It's not gonna, it takes a little bit of time, but once you kind of get the hang of it, you can knock them out pretty quick. And if you don't have time to shred the chicken and cook it, you can cut down on time by getting a rotisserie and shredding it, or buying already shredded chicken. I've done that before too. The tamales come out good, so. But mostly it's going to come down to your masa. You want your masa to be perfect. Not too moist and runny, watery, and not too dry. So this is the most important part, pretty much. Well, yeah, masa. The masa will break your tamales if you don't have the right consistency. Hey, welcome. Thank you for the likes. Yeah, I needed to come up with some money today, and this is one of the skills I have, is making tamales. Because for some reason, a lot of people are cutting back on house cleaning, having their house cleaned. And I'm pretty sure it's because of this economy. People are cutting that out of their budget, you know. But usually this is our busy time of year, is what my company was saying. They're usually a lot busier. It's my first time with them this time of year. But yeah, so falling back on this to help me get what I need. But welcome in if you're new. My name is Raylina from Southern California. And I'm just kind of being led to come on live and share more of my skills, my experiences, my life. But everything within me wants to like not be on live and not be out in the limelight at all. So, not that this is a huge limelight, but it could be. I'm taking a risk, right? You never know where anything will go when you put yourself out there. So I want to more so leave stuff behind for my kids so they can look back, because anything can happen, and I've always had that like in the back of my head, to be honest, like death. Like, I'm probably not going to live the longest life. And not to be, like, doom or gloom. I think your intuition, your gut knows certain things. So I've always prepared my kids, too, for that day. Just like, hey, when mom goes, celebrate. Celebrate, because I'm in no more pain and misery and suffering in this world, you know? So, but no, it's not in a daunting way. I just want to prepare them, because I think we kind of shy away from that topic when it's inevitable. And it's very important to prepare. To me, it's very important, because when I lost my grandparents, I did not know how to grieve properly. The way they taught me was get drunk, drown out your misery. And I didn't like that. It just seemed like that's not the right way to grieve. So with my kids, I kind of wanted just to tell them and prepare them, you know? Yeah. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put the broth in here. It should be cooled down enough. Let me get my strainer and cup, measuring cup. Oh, I have it over here. Okay, we're gonna need 9 cups of the broth in here, which seems like it's not gonna fit, but we'll see what we can do. There's 2. Remember, I need 9 to help me keep track. 2. It's hot. It's just catching any bits that might be in there. I'll put water too if I need to. 4. Okay, I'm gonna have to mix that some before I add any more. 6, and then I'm gonna need 3 more after that. I might do water because this is really hot. Excuse me. I keep coughing, and there's like this little irritating cough that keeps lingering. I got over a really bad flu 2 weeks ago. Woo! I was not online for anything because I didn't even have the energy. Hopefully, you guys don't get sick this year, because whatever that is, it's brutal. Alright, I can go ahead and mix in the other 3 cups of liquid. I'm going to do 1 cup of the broth and then the other 2 cups water. Just put a little bit more for good measure. And then you might have to add more water if it's dry. But usually this should be enough. Welcome. Working this masa right now. Got it all. I got all the ingredients in there at least, which is the masa mix, baking soda or powder, and seasoning, and broth and water. It's really hot, but I gotta make sure and mix everything together. So you gotta go from the bottom to the top and get it in there really good. Everything needs to become dough-like, but fluffy dough. I gotta get back in this kitchen more often, you guys. It's healing for me. It's my happy place. I was pretty busy at work with house cleaning and everything. And then it slowed down a lot this past couple weeks. I think with the holidays. But they told me that it's actually odd for them to not have business this time of year. So I think a lot of business is struggling right now. Hi. Smells really good already. Working in this pork lard. I think that's what I forgot to say earlier, that there's lard in here when I was naming off the ingredients. Like I'm forgetting something. Almost lost a piece. Just a little piece fell out. Piece overboard. It's hot in here. It's 80 something degrees outside. And this chicken that I just cooked on the stove made it hot. It's 79 degrees in here. I'm gonna have to turn this air on. Starting to sweat. So just when you think it's ready, just keep going. Trust me. Masa needs a lot of tender loving care. It likes to be massaged. It needs a lot of attention. If it doesn't get attention, it starts to rebel. Hey, welcome. How are you? feels good though. Like the heat on my hands. Especially I have carpal tunnel. Anything to help my hands. So I plan to get these done. Hopefully by 5. It's 2:25 right now, you guys. 5 is my goal because by that time I can go sell them for dinner. Because I made no money today doing house cleaning. I don't make any money off social media yet. Maybe that will be a thing in the future. Yeah. With your help, your support. Let me know you want me to come back. All right, I'm gonna leave it at that and let it do its thing. But yeah, it's pretty much done. So a lot of people like to test theirs out in the water or whatnot. I never really do that, and plus every time I do, it sinks to the bottom and it gets me confused as to what I did wrong. But then when I cook it, it comes out fine. So I don't even mess with that anymore. I just kind of go off of knowing that this is the feel you want. So when you go to spread, it's gonna lay like that. See that? And then you put your filling in there and you're gonna roll it in the husk and you have your tamale. But that's how I kind of know, just seeing the texture on that. If I did like this, you guys, and it stuck to my hand, that's how I know, like, I need a little bit more moist lard or water. Usually it's probably I need more water. I mean, lard if it's sticking. But if it's like sliding down, that means I have too much water. So I have to put like more masa. But this right here is perfect. Yeah, and then if it's dry and it won't spread, you know what to do. Add more water. So yeah, you get a feel for it once you do it enough, you know. All right, I'm gonna turn the air on. It might make a little noise, but I think you'll still be able to hear me. Oh, hey, welcome. How are you? It's too hot for this. I gotta turn my air. Whoosh. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Alright, so chicken is cooling down right now. It's in this in its own broth. So I'm just gonna let it sit there and do its thing, finish off. And then I'll be able to shred it. Masa is done. We'll cover it over here. If you're interested in watching replays on my YouTube, you could watch replays there. I try to title everything so you know what is what. Okay. I'm already tired. I could put the lard away. I don't need that anymore. This is what the lard looks like that I got to use for the next batch. I'm on YouTube Live and TikTok. So. Next thing I want to do is some jalapenos and some cheese. So what I'm basically doing right now is prepping everything so that I can get it all assembled. That way I could spread, fill, and steam after I'm done. There's a system to it. All right, now oh, I have my oh, it's burning up. Clean off my workstation. Oops. Get these jalapenos cut up. Excuse me. Let me see if I have any ones that need to be used up first. I do. I usually have, like, you know, ones from batches from before in there. Use a lot of jalapenos to cook with. Hey, welcome. How are you? Oh, let's see. Background noise. Okay, cool, cool. Can you guys hear me okay? I'm gonna put my hair up. I don't want none of it to fall. Okay. Feels better now. I'm cooling down a little bit. How are you guys? How's your day? Just trying to clean up real quick. Some of these jalapenos are old. Okay, let me grab something to put this in. Here. So for the jalapenos, I usually just cut them in half. Now, you can kind of tell when they're super spicy. This one has a lot of orange veiny in there, so if they're really spicy like that, I cut them in half again. Because you don't want to have to bite into like one that's really spicy. I've messed somebody's whole day up. Like, well, you know what? I can't say I did it because I said they are jalapeno and cheese tamales. They are hot jalapeno and cheese. They ate it, and I guess they got a hot piece. You know how that happens sometimes. His mouth was on fire for like a whole hour. I felt bad about that though. But I can't help it. But usually, if it's somebody I know that can't handle heat, I won't use these fresh jalapenos. I'll use pickled ones because they're milder and they're all the same heat. You don't really have to worry about getting those ones that will fuck you up. I've had jalapeno juice squirt in my eye before too. It is not fun. See, look how hot that bad boy is. That's gonna be, ooh, that's gonna be good. I like heat when I'm eating. I love my mouth to be on fire. Just can't do it as much as you get older because then it starts messing with your stomach and all that. Can you guys see what I'm doing? Oh, you can? Okay. It's just YouTube can't see what I'm doing. There you go, YouTube. Thumbs up. Let me know. And how are y'all doing over there in TikTok land with everything? What's new? What's new? Keep me updated because I don't know. I'm trying not to stay on social media too much. I get very upset. There's nothing I could do about it. That's probably why I get so upset. There's nothing I could do about the fall of America, feels like. I hope it's the calm. I don't know. I hope it's just something that's like gonna calm down after a while. Alright, and I got the jalapeno. I think that might be enough for what I need. So I'm not going to put too many and too many. But just in case, I'm going to go ahead and cut up a little bit more. These ones I haven't washed. Those ones I did. I'm gonna need to find my other strainer for the chili when I do the chili. Alright, then I'm gonna cut up the cheese after this. So thank you guys for being here because you're keeping me on track. I have ADHD brain, and if I'm not locked in, I will jump from here to there. Then I'll remember I gotta go check the mail, I gotta water the plants, So thank you for being here. Keep me on track, okay? If I get sidetracked, get my attention. Yeah, these ones are not as hot. Let me show you the difference. Wow. So here's one that's not hot. And you can see there's seeds, right? But that's not going to be that hot. This one right here is hot with the orange veiny things. Yeah. So. And then on the outside, if you wanted to know if it was hot, the hot one will have these little, like, let me see if I can find one that you can actually see. The hot ones have these veiny, like, lines in them. See that? Yeah. Veiny lines on the outside, you'll notice. So look for that. That's hot. If you didn't know. If you don't know, now you know. You knew very well who you are. Don't let them hold you down. Reach for the stars. You had to go, but not them in. You know what? I never liked Puff Daddy. Never did. It was something about him I could not stand. Never seen no Puff Daddy poster on my wall growing up. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for being here. I'm just a regular old gal making some tamales to sell on the counter because I need some moolah to pay these bills. I gotta see if I have my signs still. See, that's where I get sidetracked because I would have ran to the back. Okay. All right. Cheese. Queso. We're gonna go ahead and go a little crazy with the cheese today. Alright. It's still frozen. Well, I'll just leave it out. Here, let me cool myself off. Melt it on my head. It's hot. It'll melt. It'll probably be defrosted by the time it's ready to get filled, so I'll deal with that later. I was gonna buy some fresh and then just use the frozen later, but then I decided to save my money and use what I have here. Alright, so this is just gonna go right on top. Isn't this the most neatest cutting board? I found it at the thrift store, and it's like universal too, but you're supposed to be able to, like, I think this is the part that goes on it. I feel like it's not. No, there's another piece. It might be in this one. Here it is. This is just a regular white cutting board. This is what I actually need. It comes with this, so if you needed to cut meat and the juices fall off, it catches it. I should take you guys with me when I go to the thrift stores too. Like, we should just hang out. Whatever I do, because I do so many different things. I was trying to think of a niche, like, what should I really, like, be known for? Cooking, cleaning. I'm like, it's hard to decide, but I think a niche is important because that's the only way the algorithm knows who to push you out to. So I think the algorithm gets confused when you're doing, like, too many things. So for now, I'm gonna keep it on the cooking side and cleaning side of things, and just like real life, everyday life. That kind of is not the best niche because it's still hard for TikTok to know who to push your stuff out to. Look at that. And I can just put the cheese right on top, ready to cut when it's defrosted. All right, chicken should be cooled down almost enough. I'm gonna go ahead and take it out and get it cooled down some more. All right, I'm gonna put it in here. Where's my tongs? Tongs. I want my, I like these ones. And I just use leg quarters. You get a lot of good fat out of the leg quarters. Breast, if you're gonna use breast, definitely make sure you have dark meat in there to help with the fat, because the breasts are really dry. So it's not traditionally used in tamales, it's the breast. And when you try it, you'll be able to tell why. You can see why breasts just don't do well in tamales, because the fat content's not there. You know what? To sell tomorrow and to make for the tamale class, I'm gonna do pork tamales. So if you want to be a part of that tamale class, I can let you know more information because I'm gonna hold it tomorrow. Here, let me see. Can you see me better? Okay. Yeah, tomorrow night I'm gonna do a tamale class at 6 p.m. So if you want to be a part of that, I'm gonna hold it here on my live, free of cost. I'm not gonna charge anything. And you'll be able to interact and cook with me if you want. I'm going to list out everything you'll need on the post that I'm going to do. So you can look for a post to come out, and it's going to tell you all the ingredients you need if you are planning to make what I make while I'm live. If not, you could just take notes, hang out, watch, and ask questions in preparation to make them yourself. Because you can make these yourself. You really can. A lot of people think they can't, and they're very intimidated by tamales. Yes, they're a lot of work, but if you have like a system, I've developed this from just making them for so long and selling them, but it can go quicker, you know. And it's versatile too. You don't always have to use meat. You can use beans, whatever you have. You can make them vegan, vegetarian. Yep. And they go a long way. They're really good for meal prepping and all of that. All right, I have my chiles dehydrating over here. Let me just show you what these look like. With onions, garlic, cumin, salt. And I'm going to be blending this up in a minute. But I'm just going to put it over this heat right here. And let that just keep hydrating while I work on this. Any questions, comments? Where are you from? Where are you watching from? Thank you for the likes. Yummy. Yeah, I decided to get on TikTok live. I'm still on YouTube live for the replay, but there's not very many people coming on over there. So I thought I'd try TikTok. Thank y'all for showing up. Let me know if you have questions or anything. Let me get my gloves on. I threw away my other set. Keep getting lightheaded. Welcome. How are you? Welcome to the live. We're making tamales to sell today. Since my job is kind of struggling with giving me jobs right now, I can fall back on this. So let me get something to put the chicken in. I think I'm just gonna put it in this pan right here. It's a little hot, so it's still going to cool down some. Just going to go ahead and start taking it off the bone. Make sure you don't get nothing in there. No cartilage, bones. It's 3 o'clock right now. Or almost 3, 10 till 3. I think my kids hate when I do that too, that when I'm telling them the time, I tell them like I round up. Does anybody else round up, or is it just me? Hey, welcome. How are you? How's your day? Hope your day's good. Thanks for joining. Making some tamales, some chicken ones, and jalapeno and cheese. Have you made tamales before? Or have you had them? I've only met one person in my life who has not had them and does not want to try them. I'm like, everybody else I know loves these things. I like giving these out to people that have never had my tamales. Just like, hey, here you go. Thanks for being on live with me, because let me tell you, doing this by myself is so boring. I usually just listen to music. Yum, yeah. What's your favorite kind of tamale? Get as much meat off as possible. Ooh, these are still piping hot though. I'm gonna shred up the big pieces later, but I'm just trying to get them all off the bone for now so it could cool down faster. 45 minutes boiling with onions and garlic and salt, cumin is all you need. Bay leaves. So yeah, that's exciting. I'm excited to do that tomorrow. It'll be at 6 p.m. live. I'm gonna do my first tamale making party / class where we can have a good time, make some tamales together. If you guys want to follow along and make them with me, I'm gonna post later on the details of what you need to grab from the store, so you'll have time to grab that tomorrow. And then see how that class goes, and then I'll do more. But instead of me trying to have it all figured out first, I decided to go ahead and just jump on and do it, because that'll help me to keep making the tamales and keeping them going. And I want to be able to share with other people how to make these the easy way. You know, it's never gonna be like easy to make, but it's definitely an easier way to make tamales. Now there are some shortcuts too. If you don't want to have to do this part, you can buy the chicken already shredded. Some delis sell them like that. I've seen them at Aldi shredded. You'd have to buy a lot, and it's probably going to cost you a little bit more, but that's what you pay for convenience, right? We pay for convenience. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the follows. Let's get to 5K likes in the next half hour at least. Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to take it a day at a time, you guys, because honestly, sometimes I get ahead of myself and start making promises that I'm going to do this and that and be on here and be that, and then life hits me. So I'm going to take it a day at a time and be here when I can. So please follow. And then later on, I plan to really enhance the party class, the Tamale making party class, and make it more personal, like a Zoom, so I can interact and you could show me like how the process is looking on your end, and I can help you with any tweaks or anything. Or if you get stuck or get overwhelmed, I could talk you through it. Or if you mess up, you know what I mean? So it's more personal. I think that would be really fun. Tell me what you think. Is everybody ready for... I hate that question. Are you ready for Christmas? No. No, I'm not. I'm barely ready for today. Thank you. But are you guys working towards Christmas? Is it where you want it to be? And I hope you're not stressing yourself. That's what I hope. Yeah, I didn't know what I was going to do today because I was hoping I'd wake up to a job on my work orders, but I didn't have anything. So I went to the store, sat in the parking lot. Oops, I think I put the wrong piece in there. Put the cartilage in with the good stuff. Yeah, and I was like, okay, how can I make some money? There's Instacart, but that's not always guaranteed. Like, you go on there, right, and you never know if you're going to get any work. Sometimes I'll be online for hours and there'll be no batches. So I said, well, something I know for sure I can make money off of is tamales, because I've done it before. In this area, people will buy them from me selling them at the back of my trunk. Now, it's probably not like what most people, not ideal situation, but do what you gotta do. I'm the tamale lady, and I make it look good, damn it. Yeah, I was trying to do tamale catering. You know how they have like a taco man? I want to be the tamale woman. And I want to come with like small, mini size appetizer tamales. And then also some big ones, but yeah, different salsas. That's what I want to do. I think that'll be fun. I want to do something fun with my life and something I love. So maybe you guys can help me out. Give me ideas. Follow. Help me spread my wings. I've tried so many different things in life, honestly. I end up coming back to what I know is cooking, tamales especially. I have some gritty stuff on my hands. I don't like it. It really sucks that I can't play good music when I'm recording on TikTok. I mean on YouTube, which I think I'm going to end it on YouTube there because it's getting kind of long on YouTube. So I'm going to end the live on my YouTube for a second. I'll continue my YouTube, you guys, when I'm ready to show you the process of filling and spreading for this batch. But don't worry, I'll be on a lot more. And you guys can ask questions, be a part of my live. I'll be on tomorrow at 6 p.m. And I'll post the details on my community tab. And just everything you'll need, and the details on how to connect. Hey, welcome. How's it going? How are you? Trust me, I'm so tired sometimes I don't even want to do stuff like this, but gotta make a living somehow. I help contribute to the, overall household bills and stuff, and I know, like, my husband could do it without me, but it'd be a struggle, and I don't want to see him struggle. So, plus everything's going up. It's been going up for like the last 3 years, but it just keeps going up, except for my pay. But how are y'all surviving? Everybody doing okay out there? Things getting expensive or cheaper on your end? I think it's different for everybody. Seems like I get mixed feedback on that, definitely. Okay, I'm almost there, guys. I'm getting to all the last bits of the chicken that I need out of here. I hate when my nose itches. As soon as I'm done with this chicken, I'm going to end the live on YouTube. I just can't stop right now with my hands all dirty. But thank you for being here. Kept me company the last couple hours. I just got on live on TikTok to see if anybody's interested in tamales, learning about how to make tamales, or just kind of want to see how I do it, how it's done. It's such a unique food that not everybody gets right, you know? Alright, so here's this chicken right here. I still have like a little bit of a cough. So if you hear that, I'm alright, I'm not sick. Take the back out. Ooh, see, I felt a little piece of bone in there. That's why you gotta fill through this really good. Hey, how are you? Another little bone. Fat. And you guys don't want to be buying tamales from just anybody. You don't know how they handle their food. And if they're clean or not. Know your people. And I'm going to be going through the pieces in there and shredding those up real quick. That doesn't take too long once you get everything off the bone. It's pretty easy after that. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the follows. Appreciate y'all. Do you guys think there's anything such thing as TikTok rich, or you think it's all just a gamble and a risk? Because I think you can make it on TikTok, but it's kind of hard to maintain it, is what I'm hearing. If I make it great, but if not, I just want to leave my little mark here. And you know what's crazy? A part of me doesn't even want to be online. That's like my biggest battle every time I get on live, is getting on live. But I feel more like drawn to it, called to it. Not something I want to do, but just like part of what I'm supposed to do for some reason, if that makes sense to you. Oh, hold up 1 sec.
Hello?
Yeah?
My phone's about to die, so did you see my text?
Yo, what time are you gonna be done?